The idea, what for 4 decades, what we are doing in the communities, especially in India, in rural Indias, which constitute almost like 65% of the total population of the country. Uh, Here, in this context, what we have noticed that until honest, we are not able to bring people to the center stage of the development. I think there are many things which are top down. They may be like appears in numbers and many ways working well, but there are many challenges because the diversity and the need and the context at the bottom of the pyramid is totally very different. So what approach core took is basically to household based approach, and again women focused. So we in a month time period, we work with almost like we organized 100,000 women in almost like 2,000 community-based organization, and then we are reaching out to their families, to their children, to work on all diverse issues of their life. The comprehensive nature of this program, focus take as a unit, which is administrative and constitution unit, is a cluster of villages known as a Gram Panchayat. So we took that as a approach because that way we are supplementing, complementing the government effort, and it's a constitutional body. So very much there is a huge acceptance from the government and for the active participation space for the people and especially women. This comprehensive model is able to translate 13 out of 17 sustainable development goal into action. And as a macrocosm, if we look into India, we have almost like 272,000 gram panchayats. CORD is working 300 gram panchayats as a model. So here again, we say it's knowing is not doing, doing is doing. So what are the possible basically action or model which can help to build a more functional and fair economy in this situation? As I mentioned, it's a constitutional model, so we are not doing anything parallel to the or something which is just for the advocacy sake or just organizing people of some sake. I'll take few examples. Like we need to practice decentralized and bottom-up systems of the government and the governance in a true intent and spirit, which is there provided by the constitution. And we need to educate people, make them aware, and organize them through the community-based organization. And again, the women are the key player here. So automatically gender equity and many other issues related to gender are addressed there. And once we are able to do that, so people are actively able to participate on diverse issues, maybe include the school management committee kind of thing to improve the education, village health, sanitation, nutrition committees, and the people are active participant with while maintaining the rural diversity and enriching the rural prosperity in rural ways instead of just coping, finding out the different models. And another what we noticed is that there is a shift from the welfare to the empowerment development, which is we need to go beyond the right-based development. I mean, we have a 100 days non-skilled labor work for each household in country, which is known as National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. But again, there the idea of this, the intent and spirit, which is again brought by the people based on the need of the community. But what happens that it just become a more of the labor wage oriented work for the people, not with the true intent of it, where the livelihood base has to broaden, the people has to be, the land has to be improved, the water scenario has to be improved. So people are just focusing the labor and wages. So what we believe is, and what we have seen with the people, that we need to be engaged people productively in work where they're generating. So both hands need to have job which is productive, not just receiving the subsidy or freebies. There are multiple parallel institutions which are more, the cost is huge. So we need to have a convergent model which are addressing directly to the family and the communities through this local self-governance model of the Gram Panchayats, so that we can bring the people to the center stage through their active participation, integrating all issues of their life and ensuring sustainability so that people stand on their feet. And a lot of network they are able to do with the multiple system and structures which are for them.
30 seconds.
And, yeah. So legislation, they are there, but like, there is a huge land disparity, which is like mostly 80% of the farmers are marginal and small farmers. So there, what we need to do, and the 80% of people own the 20% of land and 20% people own the 80% of land. So huge disparity. I mean, the idea should be then title of the being a farmer is a land ownership. So we need to have not of the person who own a land but he is not doing farming. So those kind of things. And ultimately, one more important thing, the scientific or the policy making community need also to be more responsible. Like we have a green revolution example, or the climate change, or the what we are thinking, the post SDG 2030 in the country like India. So those areas we definitely need to kind of bring people to the center stage and ensure their active participation in this whole process through the model which we call the Gram Panchayat based model. Thank you.